across to Chinwe Ossondu standing by. Chinwe, talk us through what came out of this meeting.
So at the end of this meeting, we have all the sanctions that were put on Niger still maintained. Of course, we have the ECOWAS still condemning with the most strongest terms the coup that happened in Niger, and also demanding the release and the reinstatement of President Mohamed Bazoum, and also holding responsible the junta and all its members of the state of the president. Aside that, we have still the closure of all the borders, and they also uphold all the measures they did during the July 30th meeting, which some of them are financial, economic sanctions. Aside the freezing of all the assets of the members of the junta and that of the country, we also have the parastatals finances that are also frozen. And yes, so they are going to enforce all these measures. They are not taking none off the table. And they've also asked the military, the deployment of the military to be something that is on standby. So basically, we still have the same position that was adopted by ECOWAS earlier on after the coup, after the second extraordinary summit in Abuja today.
Chinwe, there seems to be a hope that dialogue could sort of solve this problem. But what happened to that deadline ECOWAS itself had set to launch a military intervention? Are things more complicated than what it seems, due to disagreements within the body and within Nigeria itself on whether a military intervention is the right way to go?
Military intervention still, according to lots of opinion, is not the right way to go, considering the ripple effect that this is going to have in the West African region. Remember, Niger borders with Mali and with Burkina Faso that also experienced the same kind of thing, like the coup. So why is this measure being taken on Mali and it wasn't the same measures that was taken on these other countries? So is it the way forward? Is going to have a ripple effect. There's a lot of porous borders between these countries. Nigeria and Niger already share a very porous border where we have a lot of economical transactions, and some Nigerians actually have traced their ancestors back to Niger. The northern Nigeria is already strained with the presence of Boko Haram and Al Qaeda for many years now, over close to 10 years now. So some refugees are also in Niger, and some refugees are also from Mali, are also in Niger Republic. So there's a dicey situation for the humanitarian rights that might really be trampled upon if ECOWAS goes ahead for this military intervention. In between them, they are divided. Even the Nigerian Senate has also kicked against this, especially the governors from the north. So ECOWAS is actually in a very dicey situation, but must actually be careful with any military intervention if they have to do so.
Indeed, it's a complicated, tricky situation. Thank you very much for that, Chinwe Ossondu, reporting there from Lagos.